welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around.
Welcome to Survivors Talk with your hosts, April and Tammy Jackson Hunter. Hey, welcome to another episode of Survivors Talk with me, your host, April M. Jackson Hunter. I am a award-winning author, advocate, founder, and president of Mercedes Closet, Inc., which is a nonprofit geared to empowering survivors in the LGBTQ community like myself. And today I have my co-host, my lovely wife. Introduce yourself, babe.
I am Tammy Jackson Hunter, the wife of April M. Jackson Hunter, and also the vice president of Mercedes Closet, Inc. How's everyone doing out there today?
You guys, today on this episode, I am going as transparent as I can. This is going to be a very, very emotional, tricky episode for me. I have decided, in order for me to be the best that I can be for anybody who's following me or any of my friends, any of my people that comes to my support group, I had to be 100% the best version of me. And I could not do that. So as of right now, as of today, I am back in therapy and I'm also back on medication. And I chose to do this episode to explain to the world why I chose to go back down this path. If you guys do not know who I am or familiar with who I am or familiar with my background history, I am a survivor of domestic violence. I am also a survivor of a sexual assault. And I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I suffer from depression. I suffer from anxiety, as well as I have panic attacks on occasion. I also suffer from insomnia sometimes. The last couple of weeks for me have not been the best weeks for me, so to speak. It all started when my ex, my father, and my kids, he just came back into the picture after almost 20 something years. But I don't even know where to start. Damn. So, well, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Well, I have a cousin I know of his that keep in contact with me and my kids. She has done so for several years, and she reached out to me and told me that one of their aunties was ill, and they wasn't looking for her to live very much longer. I knew the auntie of my life with my abuser. I knew the auntie well, so of course, I told her okay, and she called me back not even a day or two later, and the auntie had passed away. And she reached out to me about the funeral arrangements, and I talked to my kids about going for the family. The family haven't seen my kids in almost 20 years, as well as their father. So long story short, me and my kids decided to go pay our last respects to the auntie. Upon us getting there, I proceeded to be verbally assaulted by my ex. And, even though the interaction between us short, that energy kind of attached itself to me. And ever since that initial incident, I was being triggered mentally by my past. My body was in a whole nother mental state, which I was denying to myself. I was denying that I was experiencing what I was experiencing, because I've came a long way in my healing journey. That wasn't the first incident, because some people might say that, well, that's not okay. push that away. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's more residual. You know what I'm saying? But that weekend I went to, he invited my kids to a barbecue because he wanted to reconnect with them. And I told my kids I didn't feel comfortable going, so I would drop them off because my son and my daughter don't drive. My oldest daughter do, but her car was full, so I dropped my kids off, and they called me when they was ready, and I went and picked them up. And of course, he had been drinking at the barbecue. I did not know he had been drinking, but I wasn't even. I started the car talking to my daughter, and he just came up out of nowhere and just started shoving on me, like pushing on me and stuff. And my kids immediately jumped in between us, were like, "Hey, no, that's not what you should do." You know what I'm saying? Get your hands on my mom. You know, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think from that, them two incidents, my mind had went to the left. I don't know. Can you describe, Tams, of how I was those couple of weeks, those couple of days, that them from an outside point of view looking in?
You was real distraught. You was you know, you couldn't function. I mean, you was just real messed up behind that because him, first of all, coming to you at the funeral saying you sent me to prison. I mean, that right there in itself was just a trigger, a great trigger for you. And it just took you way back there to when it happened, and you didn't need that. And he was wrong on every level for that. Like,
I'm not gonna point the fingers. I don't want to take this opportunity to point the fingers at nobody. Yeah, I'm just because I don't want that to be out in the atmosphere. I don't,
it is what it is, baby.
I understand what you're saying, but we have to respect things like defamation of character and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, when you be when you do stuff like putting stuff out for the world to see. So that's why we don't use names. That's why we don't, point. I don't really want to point the finger at nobody. I'm not gonna call nobody out, but it just,
Well, you was real messed up behind it, and you was like distraught. You couldn't function, couldn't think right, couldn't, get.
And the reason why, you guys, that I asked for my wife to, from her point of view, how I was visually for her, because I don't want people to saying that this is all coming from me. I don't want you to feel like it's one-sided, because I'm not the only person that suffers when I suffer. I have a whole family that suffers from what I'm experiencing in my life. And it was a lot for me, emotionally. And then the next couple of weeks, because my son's birthday was coming up and he wanted to have a barbecue, but he normally has it at my house. And I was like, he wants his father to come. And I was like, your dad can't come here. Like, he can't. I don't want your dad to know where I stay. I don't want your dad to know anywhere near where I stay. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this man's mental state is right now, because you've already came to me verbally and you put your hands on me, pushing on me, and I don't know where your mind is. You possibly couldn't care less about where I stay, or, what I'm saying, don't want to do anything to me. But in my head and what I see from you, you still the same person that I walked away from 20-something years ago. I felt that in my heart, and I don't know where your mind state is, and I don't want to put it past. I'm not putting it a chance, nobody. So I told my son that he can't come here. And so we spent the next couple of days trying to figure out where he can have a barbecue at, where we don't have to be at my place, And we did, and my son has been going, arguing back and forth, because my son don't understand why me and my son, let me back. My son is 25 years old. So you an adult, you know what I'm saying? And you don't understand why your parents can't get along. I don't have a problem with your father, sir. Your father has a problem with his hands. And I don't feel like I need to be putting myself in a place of emotional distress or mental distress so you can have birthday dinner. I just don't want to do that. And, I feel like you as an adult can understand that, but I don't know what happened.
You understand it anyway.
Me and my son had a disagreement, and my son went on to tell me that he never liked me. He told me that I was a bad mom, that I wasn't for him. I wasn't around for him as a mom, which I don't know where he got that from, because I went above and beyond for my kids. I went above and beyond for my kids so my kids won't feel like they had half of a life because their father wasn't in the picture. So, and my daughters was like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, he was like, yeah, I don't know what I've been through. And my daughter was like, I lived with you your whole life till you about 15. What are you talking about? And, but that was neither here nor there. But there was like, there was bricks on top of the weight I was already carrying on my shoulders. I was trying to be okay from the initial incident with their father. And then this just added more weight onto that. So at this particular point, I'm like barely hanging on, you guys, like struggling. I was really struggling emotionally. I really was. I was trying to be okay at this point, you know, and it was hard. It was really hard for me. And that wasn't even the end of it though. And the following week after that, I went to my grandma's house to drop off some stuff at my grandma's house, and I wanted to sit down and have a conversation with my grandmother because that's who I talk to when something I'm not right, you know. She's like my second mom. So I wanted to have a conversation with her about what I went through with Cardell. And my grandmother, the person who I love, you know, and all my life, and basically told me that my son don't like me because I married a woman.
No, because you married Tammy.
She said that woman.
Yeah.
And she said it's not, it's wrong, it's in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And she wanted to give me scriptures. It really has nothing to do with you, Tam. I keep trying to get you to understand it.
I don't care.
I know you don't. I get it. I get it.
Listen,
I get it.
She said, that woman, you married to me, so I'm that woman.
And I get that.
So it has a lot to do with me.
I know you. What's in your mouth?
Your grandmother is concerned.
What's in your mouth?
Oh, peppermint. While your grandmother is concerned, it has a hell of a lot to do with me.
And I get
she has
you.
a problem with that. And if she got a problem,
she doesn't have. And I told your feelings are totally valid. I'm not taking that from you. You know what I'm saying? But what I want you to understand, I know you're not. It's not gonna change how you feel about the situation. It's not directed. It's not directed to you per se. It's directed to me. It's like I feel like she's trying to save my soul from going to hell. You know what I'm saying? This how I feel. But it's hurtful to me. You know what I'm saying? That you can't see like all the good this relationship has brought in my life. It's hurtful that you're so blinded by. I don't even know what to say, that you're blinded by, that you can't see how I've elevated.
You just froze up on me. I didn't catch anything you said.
It's fine. I'm sorry that I froze up. I'm just saying it was hurtful for me that she can't see why I elevated it in life. You know, it's like I've never once had a healthy relationship with a man. I've never had. Listen. And when I was dating men, when I was married to men, I was not happy. I was just pretty much drunk all the time, in a bad headspace. Like nobody took the time out to help me heal me, but you. Like I've moved and grown so much in this marriage that I amaze myself.
You amaze me too.
And I don't understand why you can't see that. But you know, that's not
she's so fixed on you being married to a woman, and the Bible says that that's not right. So that's why she can't see all the greatness that you're doing, because she's so fixed on just that, and you going to hell, and this is going to happen to you. Meanwhile, you going to hell. You can't judge me. You're not God. So don't judge me. You need to worry about you and only you. Worry about yourself first.
And I wholeheartedly feel that.
Don't worry about me. I got me. God got me. Obviously, He doing great things in my life. I'm good over here, boo.
Now I hardly understand, you know what I'm saying? But it was just so much, it was hurtful. That you guys, it was very
I
hurtful.
know it was hurtful, especially when it's coming from your son and your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? The two people that you thought would never, ever, ever go against you like that or be negative against you and say the hurtful things they said against you. Yes, I feel you on that. I wholeheartedly feel you on that. I've never had it done to me, but I can hold, I feel your pain. I see your pain.
You guys, that wasn't even the end of it. I had a person who I thought that I could confide in, you know what I'm saying? When I first started this nonprofit journey, I reached out to this person to be a part of this journey with me, and they pretty much brushed me off. And now that I'm doing things with my nonprofit, I'm doing things and I'm helping people, and you see this, and then they reached out to me via messenger. You didn't contact me through my phone because you have my number and you couldn't contact me, but you came through messenger. That's first was an insult to me, you know. And then you went on to tell me that you see me doing things with my nonprofit. You see me, but you did not like a post. You say that you wish that you could have been a part of my fundraising efforts. And I'm like, okay, you could have done so, but you didn't reach out.
The first one to do so.
You did not reach out with me. You did not reach out to me to commend me on doing a fundraiser, to contact me to be a part of the fundraiser. You did not donate toward the fundraiser. But now the fundraiser is over, now that I've given out my donations, you contacted me about, oh, I should have been a part of that. And then you go on to say, well, anyway. So I felt like
it was the anyway for me.
Yeah, that was right.
That's what killed it for me, because now
I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Feel disrespectful, and
yes.
You know better. You know better. That anyway right there. Well anyway. Hold on.
Yeah, and it was like
you could have been here with me. You could have been.
And that's not even a point. There's not even a point. It's like a person who I thought would never attack me like that. So it's like these events, all of these events accumulated to like a boulder on my shoulder, you guys. Like all of these, and they was like, they weren't simultaneous, they was like consecutively. It was like bam,
one right after the other,
bam, and then my body was like, yep, I'm over this shit. Yeah, I'm over this shit. You know what I'm saying? And emotionally, you guys, I was a wreck. I put a picture up on Facebook. I'm gonna see if I can add the picture so you guys can see how I looked. I looked so ran down. I had major black marks in front of my eyes. My skin looked so pale, like
it's all right, babe. It's okay. I
didn't recognize who I was myself.
It's all right.
I did not recognize myself. You know, and I had a doctor's appointment. My blood pressure was through the roof, guys. Like, my blood pressure was like 158, 160 something, over 100 and something, 111. I was not okay. And I made a conscious decision to go to my doctor and say, I am not okay. And people telling me to take a step back, like let go of stuff that you're doing. I cannot. I cannot take a step back from the author that I am, the advocate that I am, because people, other survivors depend on me.
Yeah.
So what I did was I stopped being on social media for a while. I stopped being visible on the phone. I stopped. I kept writing. I kept doing my book projects and stuff. I kept doing what I do as far as my nonprofit is concerned, but I was doing it in the background. I wasn't upfront. So I had to mentally regroup. And that little mental regroup, it kind of gave me the boost I needed to sit down and have a conversation with my doctor. And I was like, before she could even ask me what was wrong, I was bawling, like crying. I like literally the tears was going. I'm not okay. I said, I'm not okay. You know. And yeah, she did put me back on medication. And I am seeing a psychiatrist because I need to talk. I need to get my headspace back. And I was asked if it was if I consider that a failure, and I don't. I don't consider it backtracking. I do not consider it a failure because mental health is real, you guys, and you can do real damage to yourself by not getting the proper help that you need. And my one thing I want to say to why I don't think this is a failure for me is because the moment when I found out, when I knew I was in trouble, I didn't go for a drink. I didn't go for self-medicating with any other substance. And that for me is growth. Back when I first started this journey, any form of trouble, I was looking for the nearest liquor store. That's my wife. I was looking for the nearest liquor store, the biggest bottle that I could find. I was looking for it. Right or wrong?
You're right. You're right.
I think it was good for me. You know, and so I'm on the up end of this. You guys can see my dark lines are fading away. I still have a little bit, but my skin is not ashy gray. Like I'm sure you got the pictures. It's sad that you can see your body going through stuff. Like my skin was so dull and grayish, and my eyes were so sunk in. I did not know who I was. And it was designed to literally break me. But no, I don't want to be, I'm not gonna be broken. I'm not gonna be broken. I'm not gonna give up. That I'm not doing. Right, Tam?
That's right.
You know
We
what?
don't give- Huh?
You say what? What you say?
I said, right. We don't give up. Never. Never giving up. Never giving up. Not an option to give up. We might step back for a minute, but we coming back. And when we come back even stronger.
And she pushed me. She pushed me a lot. I commend her for everything that she done. I commend my girls, my kids. They was here 100% showing up for their mom. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but love. I'm thankful for that.
Of course, you deserve nothing but love, man. Like for real, you do a lot. You hold a lot of people down. You make sure everybody good. So why can't we make sure you good?
I'm thankful for that.
I'm just like I said, I'm just thankful that you could even come to grips with yourself that you needed help, that you needed to sit back on somebody's couch and get your mind right, because that takes a lot for a person to even admit and acknowledge that they need help. Because most people, especially Black people, we don't feel like we need help. Like me, I probably need to be on somebody's couch, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I just, I mean, I probably do need to talk to somebody, but
Give me one reason why you feel like you won't do that.
There's no reason. I don't know. I just don't want to do it. And it probably will help me because I got, stuff on my head. But
No, we're being honest right now. I just want to know why you feel like you adamant about not doing it.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, I've always felt like, a therapist, what can a therapist honestly help me? Like, what can they
It really
honestly
does help a
tell
lot,
me
though.
and help me with what I'm going through? Like,
It really does help a lot.
I, I just
I'm
feel
sorry, baby.
like
You got me yawning now.
me talking to a therapist, like what could they possibly tell me to make things different and better in my life? Like, I don't know. I've just always felt like that. Like that's
They are
why I like
not there to tell you anything to make you better in your life. They're here to let you vent, to let you talk, to give you techniques to deal with what you are going through. You know what I'm saying? It's not about them telling you anything. They rarely ever talk. They sit in there and listen to you. Do they give you their feedback about what they hear? It's honest feedback. I'm saying why it's honest feedback because they don't know you.
right. Right.
So it's like it's not like they be biased and say, well, you're right and they're wrong because they don't know you.
You're right. But I just always said I don't feel like a therapist could do anything for me. Maybe they could, the more I understand about a therapist and hear people speak about them and learn about it, you know, maybe they can. But when I was growing up, I'm like, I'm not going to pay this person all this money for them to sit there and me talk to them. I could go talk to somebody but nowadays you can't talk to nobody and confide in them because then you take your personal business and what you're going through to somebody you feel like you can confide in and trust, and everybody know your business. If I wanted everybody to know, I put it on Facebook or I tell everybody my damn stuff. You feel me?
I feel what
So,
you're saying,
so
but
I just
especially with,
hold everything in.
and
Like,
that's very deadly.
I know it is. And I've always been like that though. Like, because the only one that I used to talk to, and I don't talk to her, it was Regina.
That's very deadly. And us, with especially African American people in our community, we have a very bad stigma when it comes to therapists and counselors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We the only people. Everybody think, oh, well, anybody gonna think I'm crazy. It's not about being crazy.
yeah.
It's not about being crazy.
And that too, people, that's what we associate therapists with, being crazy. And if I guess if you don't go get the help, you will drive yourself crazy because holding stuff in will drive your ass crazy. You
Pressure
know what I'm
busts
saying?
pipes.
Especially right. Especially when you don't have no one to talk to. So you need to talk to somebody to get what you got on your mind and in your head out. Because if not, it's gonna really drive you crazy. It's gonna have you messed up with attitudes against the world that had nothing to do with nothing or did nothing to you.
Absolutely.
I can speak from that because I done
Yeah, you do it
it.
all the
So
time.
I do. I do. It's a lot. I'm dealing with a
I
lot.
know it's a lot. And that's why I say I guarantee you go to your first therapy session is gonna be they're gonna have to cut you off because you're gonna be so overflow, your cup gonna run over so much. That
Hey, it's just like that. I mean, I've been holding stuff in forever.
but you don't have to.
I know. I know. but it's just how I always been until I just explode. And then once I explode, I feel better. But it shouldn't even have to get to the point where I explode like that. I mean, and it's getting. I mean, now I'm kind of calming down and things is easing, But at one point, and I know you seen me, like I would come home and I would have a straight attitude. I'd just be mad with the world, like I had so much, and I've talked like me and Sabrina talk, me and Cookie talk, me and you talk, but I mean it's mainly my mom and dad,
I know that.
you know. And me and Sabrina talk, we talk a lot about that. But she dealing with the same thing.
And I feel like your sister's weekend is gonna be very therapeutic for all of you.
Yep, it is. And
I think you
that's how
froze up.
I feel like we need to do that.
I do too.
I froze.
You fine. I
Huh?
hear you. I heard you.
Yeah, I think it's something that needs to be done.
And this is why I chose to do this video about me being so transparent, because counselors and psychiatry get a bad route. But
Yeah, they
sometimes you
do.
need that. You need it. You need it. And I feel like if I can open my mouth and say that I'm getting help, then somebody else can too.
Somebody else to go. Yeah, yeah.
And I encourage you to,
And I will.
sooner than later.
Yeah, I will.
She's saying she will now, but she gonna use me as her counselor. She gonna come and try to talk my ear off and cry on my leg, make a portal on my pants leg. And I'm okay with that.
You'll accept it.
If I just said I'm okay with it.
Right, you'll have me. So
I'm okay with it. But my wife has been so amazing throughout this process. You guys don't know, like, that I am the person who I am today because she made me happy. She made me feel loved. She made me feel she made me feel like I didn't have to be afraid. I didn't have to be on the run. You know what I'm saying? She accepted me for who I am, who I was, who I was becoming. All those avenues, she accepted it. And I'm grateful. And I'm here now. I'm accepting this new journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting my head down. I'm not walking in shame. I'm accepting it because I am a sufferer from PTSD. I don't think my body will ever forget what happened to me. And I think that it would always be triggering for me to even see this man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I think I could one day become able to be in his presence if he wasn't so aggressive. And I don't think that he would ever be not aggressive. So, and I'm okay with that, and I don't have no issue with you, you know what I'm saying, as far as life goes. I don't. I hope my kids have a great relationship with you. I hope they can grow. You can't have a father and relationship with my kids. My kids are grown. That ship has sailed. But you can have a better relationship than you have now. And I do hope that you guys, they can have that with him. I want that for them. They deserve that. And I hope that my son gets through whatever he is going through. I always love my child. He has to battle his own demons. I can't battle that for him, but I cannot be a part of that. I will forever love you. I'm going to be your mother. When you call me, I'm still going to be your mother. But I have to protect my energy and my space. And that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm always forever be there to love on you. But I got to make sure that I'm not being damaged in the long run. As far as everybody else, the other person I talked about, my grandma, I love her. She 80-something years old. You cannot love her. But I got to respect my personal space as well as my wife. And I'm not going to put us in a predicament for us to be harmed or for her to be damaged, and I'm not going to do that. So I want to love my grandma from a distance. Phone calls, you know, I'm not going to subject my wife to that. I don't. She doesn't deserve that. And as far as the other person is concerned, I mean, I have no problem with them. I just keep it pushing. I'm gonna forever keep it pushing because that's who I am.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You
And
can't
that's on
let
who?
Mary had a little lamb. You can't let negative energy, consume you. You
I
have to
don't.
always
I mean,
keep
I
it.
used to.
I
I
know
used
you
to.
don't. I know you don't. You was going there. You was about to until I spoke with you, because you was going down that road with all what was going on. No, we not finna do that. You listen. You got too much going on for you. And I'm not gonna sit here and let no one, not your child, not your grandmama, not the other person, sit here and tear your world down because of their negative bullshit. I'm not. I don't care. I ain't never gotta speak a word to not nail one of them. But I'll be goddamn if I let them tear your world down. It would never happen. Not on Tammy's watch. Never.
Thank you. It's okay. We're Team Jackson Hunter, and
I
it's
can
okay.
promise you that. I don't give no shit about none of them like that. And I mean that on my mother and father. When it comes to my wife, you will not. And all the shit my wife has done for her son, never disrespect her grandmother, never disrespect the other person. Y'all will not tear my wife world down. I'm not gonna let y'all. I take that L before I let her take that shit.
It's not gonna go that far, so it's okay.
It don't matter. It already went that far with me.
And you right, and it's okay.
It already went that far with me, man. I'm sorry. I can't. I cannot. And I will not.
I thank you for that.
Never. I don't give no damn. I promise you I don't.
That's the New Yorker in her, y'all.
Hey,
It's
sometimes you
okay.
gotta
I thank
sometimes
you. You know what I'm saying? It's growth for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not that's the whole thing that this situation, this current new hurdle in my healing journey is growth for me. I can
right.
honestly see how far I have grown during this process. It's difficult to see how far you've come, how far you've grown while you in the process. But when stuff like this happen, when this hurdle comes and then I can jump over it, it's a little stagnant for me to jump over, but I can get over it. And it's not no, you know what I'm saying? It's growth for me.
Yeah, you have grown. You've grown a lot. Because back in the days, I'm quite sure all that happened would have never been went over that smooth with you from
Right.
from how you was back in the days. It would have never went over that smooth with you. And that's the real grown and mature stuff right there. Maturity. And maturity is what? Just you just real grown and mature.
I'm
And
grown and
sex.
sexy.
And grown, mature, and sex.
Okay. It's all good.
I
So you
commend you for
guys,
that.
we're about to close it out. I know this is like one long and drawn out. So I didn't want it to be, so sad and cumbersome. I just wanted to be transparent with my journey and my healing process because at the end of the day, this thing is It's never ending. This is like a roller coaster that you don't get off on. I mean, that you can't get off on, you know, and it's like, it's never ending. Healing is never ending. And when people say they healed, they are not, you know, because this roller coaster ride just keeps going. And every day is a new challenge. And this was a big challenge for me. And I've been triggered before, you know, I told y'all about the guy I was triggered last year, you know what I'm saying? And I did not have that much residual, you know what I'm saying, things from that episode, you know what I'm saying? But this was really one that just put me back, and I could not stand on my own 2 feet, and therefore I feel like I needed to get help. And I chose to get help. And I want to say this before I close out. It is okay to not be okay.
Yep.
And if you can't talk to somebody, find somebody you can confide in. Reach out to me if you're not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to contact me to have a conversation, and we'll try to find you a direction to go in. But don't sit there and be in your storm by yourself when you don't have to. Reach out to somebody, because getting help is not as bad as people say it is. It's not for crazy people. They are not putting you in a mental house. They are not doing that stuff. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. Panic attacks are real. And it's okay. You don't have to be hiding behind a stigma of mental health with these labels. It's okay. I encourage you to self-check in, because, hey, I can't be 100% with you guys if I'm not 100% with myself. That's what it's going to stand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. My phone's ringing. But I'm about to close out. So Tammy, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me on Facebook as Tammy Jackson Hunter, on Instagram, but I'm not on Instagram. Just find me on Facebook as Tammy Jackson Hunter. You know, that's it.
You guys can find me. Go on to say
all over social media. All over social media.
All across social media. Facebook and Instagram at April M. Jackson Hunter, as well as Mercedes Closet Inc. You guys can find me on Twitter at Mercedes Closet. You guys can find me on TikTok as the author April M. Jackson Hunter. All right, so you see how she doing, you guys. Please check out our home place at www.mercedescloset now I'm tongue-tied. www.mercedescloset.com, as well as www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com. I look forward to seeing you guys next time in the house for Survivors Talk, the LGBTQ edition. Peace.